everybody, it's Wendy, and today we're going to make a necklace, very simple necklace, using products from the Bargain Bead Box December 2021. But first, our encouraging word for today is design your life. I like this one. This is my theme this past week, is that I'm going to take control of my life and make it the way I want it to be, and not the way everybody else wants it to be. So yeah, that's my goal for the new year, is design my own life. Alrighty, so what you're going to need if you want to make this necklace, I'm using a length of Coriana chain. I have about, how long is this? Probably 16, 18 inches. I don't know that I'll leave it that long. We'll see. And then I've got the big, what is this? Was this quartz in this Bargain Bead box? Let me look. Okay, yes, I could not remember. I'm sorry. This is ice blue quartz. So I'm going to use the big piece. Two of the, not the medium pieces, these are the medium pieces, the size down from them, and the size down from them, and possibly a couple of these sparkly rondelles. And then I've got a bunch of the other ones. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use, but the same beads, just these sizes are kind of specific. I'm not sure what I'm going to use on the top, but we'll do some up there as well. And then I have a toggle clasp. Now I know this is not the toggle that came in the box, but I used all of them, so this is just a pretty one that I had. I have a hanger bail. I have a bunch of these, but they are available on my website if you're interested in them, but we're going to make a piece here, and I'm going to use that hanger bail. I have 2 crimp beads and 2 clamshell connectors to finish my Coriana chain. I have a fairly large jump ring because I think we're going to need that to hang this pendant piece that we're getting ready to make. And then I have some smaller jump rings here. So you'll just need jump rings of whatever size you like. And then I have a piece of 20 gauge wire. Now this is just plain old silver wire, silver tone wire, and we're going to make a pendant piece, a focal piece, I think, hopefully, if it goes well. I practiced yesterday and it went well, so we'll see. Okay, and you're going to need all of your pliers and even your crimping pliers if you have crimping pliers. So these are Xuron. They have a very fine point. Their point is even finer than my needle nose plier point, and so that's why I'm using them. And the first thing we're going to do is take our little wire here, and I'm going to make the smallest little swirly middle that I can make. Okay, so I'm just making a little round piece there, and I'm going to create a swirl. Now I know that everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're not using your nylon jaw pliers. They don't work. I don't care. They just don't work. They are so hard to grasp the wire with that I can't make a swirl like this with them. So I use my chain nose pliers, and I'm just creating a little swirly piece. I'm keeping it close to itself, like winding it very close. I'm not letting it, you know, be loose, but you can do that if you want. This is just kind of how I want to do it. And I'm just going around several times till I get it about like, I like that size right there, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on one of these little rondelle beads, okay? And I'm just going to kind of let this guy hang out a little, and I'm going to take my round nose pliers this way, and I'm just going to kind of bend this wire up like this, okay, just so there's a little bend in it. And then I'm going to put on one of my blue ones in the smaller size. Okay, let it drop down just like that. Actually, I think I'm going to have to make this a little rounder, so let's go around just a little more, otherwise it's going to look strange. And I may even come around like this. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so I just kind of went up a little, and now I'm coming around with it with these round nose pliers. Just going to come around like that, because I want these to be separate. I don't want them just to be sitting side by side on here. So let's put this one on. And this is kind of trial and error. I mean, it never really turns out exactly the same. And you just have to kind of play with it to see what you like. So I want him actually to sit up in here a little more and then this bend. So I'm going to fix that. Okay, so that's how I've got it. Now I'm going to take my round nose pliers here and I'm going to go ahead and bend this up and around this way. Just a little. I want my bead to be able to get on, and I'm going to put on this bigger bead right here. Okay, I'm going to straighten that out a little, scoot him up, and then I'm just kind of swirling them around. I'm just trying to even bend it a little just to make like a little, I'm just going to make a little swirly pendant piece. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to kind of bend this a little this way so that the next bead won't sit next to him but will be close. And then I'm going to put on the big bead. Okay, I'm going to scoot him all the way up. Now, I do want this to go down a little bit more and actually to turn up a little. So I'm going to go ahead and make it do that. Okay, let me try that. We'll see. It may not be what I'm looking for, but I kind of have to put them on to be able to see what they're going to do. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. I would like it to be a little rounder. There we go. And just make it do what you want it to do. This one I'm going to come around like this. And I'm going with this second larger one again. Okay. I'm going to bend it a little like that to where it's kind of bending in the middle, just like this. And I'm going to bend this one back down. So they're just kind of zigzagging back and forth, basically, is all they're doing. And you're just kind of bending them as you go. Then I'm going to slide this one on. Now I want him to be in the bend, so I'm going to bend it a little. Just like that. Right around the bead. Okay? So this is what I've got so far. Now I'm ready to put on my last little rondelle. So I'm going to slide him on just like this. Actually, I want to come around a little with that one. There we go. Just like this, to where he sits kind of in there like this top one. And you may have to bend it a little to keep him in there. And then I'm going to create my swirl. So let me get him in here and bend this just a little. I just want him to stay in there a little bit better than that. There we go. Okay. And you can kind of bend them together a little bit and spread them out a little bit if you need to. Now I'm going to create my swirl, and I want my swirl to be about the same size. The one on the bottom could actually be a tad bit bigger, and I would be okay with that, but I want them to be kind of close. So I'm just going to go, I don't know, let's say right about here. And I'm going to do the same thing, except for this one I'm going to make this way. See how this one's facing this way? I'm going to make this other one go back this way. And again, just make a tiny little middle to it. And then I'm just going to start swirling it around. And I use my thumb here to kind of just push it. That way I don't really have to grab it super hard with the pliers. So, you know, I don't want them to mark it up. And they haven't. I really have not had a problem with that. And I'm just going to keep swirling around till I get it up here next to my bead. Oops. And if you bend it out of shape a little, it bends right back. Okay, so let's look and see. Now you can shape this however you want it to be. I want it to be kind of, I don't know, eclectic. I mean, I don't want it to be real uniform. And I'm actually going to scoot that swirl up over top of this wire that's sticking down right here, just so it kind of covers it like that. And just bend it around to get it however you want it to go. Go back a little here with that. I'm really wanting this to kind of come together, so I'm just going to take it and there we go. That's what I was wanting. And then I want this to be behind that. So just, you know, make it do what you want it to do. It will. With wire, I found you just kind of have to manhandle it around. There we go. That's what I want it to do. Okay, and then this top piece, I'm going to bend up a little. And there we have it. There is a little swirly wire wrapped pendant piece. And I think it's pretty cool. Different and unique. So straighten it out however you want it to be. I might actually bring this one in a little as well as like I did that bottom one. Just kind of over that wire right there. There we go. Just because I kind of like the way that looks. There we go. And that is just pretty much what I was looking for. Okay, now we're going to take our Coriana chain and we're going to put our hanger bell on. Now this is going to hang from this with a jump ring. Where's my jump ring? Here it is. It's kind of a big jump ring. I actually could go a little smaller, and I think I might. I don't know if one of these oval ones would work or not. It possibly would. Let's see. And you don't have to do it on a hanger bell. You could just hang it straight from your chain if you want. I just kind of wanted to do this way. And actually, I could just hang it from that wire that I tucked behind, but I don't think I'm going to. And this one I don't think is, I think I may have to go a little bit bigger. I like to use small jump rings if I can. Oh no, maybe it will work. Okay. So there it is. Let me see if I can get the hanger bell on it is the question. I think it will go actually. If I can just open that up enough to get it on there. All right. And then I'm just going to take this and close it right up. There we go. All right, so that was a little tricky, but it got on there. And I do like the way it looks. I just like the little swirls and everything. So you can straighten it up a little if you need to. And now we're just going to bead on here. So however that you want to bead it, you can do that. I may need to twist that just a tad. You can work with it, straighten it out, get it how you want it to hang, okay? And then, let's see here. I think I will do one of these on either side. And this is one thing I love about the Coriana chain. You can just bead right on it. Actually, I don't like that. I'm going to do one of these blue ones on either side first, I think. These guys right here. These are so pretty, these quartz beads. Yeah, I like that better. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, we'll go this one. And we actually have these, also we have these spacers in here. We could put some of these in here as well. Let me see. Grab a few up. I used a bunch of them in my last video, but I've got plenty left. So yeah, I may throw some of those in there too. I think that would look good. The next one though I'm going to do is one of these, yeah, a little bit bigger one. So these quartz beads were graduated sizes. I think they're absolutely beautiful. And I didn't want to just leave them like they were. I mean, you could have just strung them up just like they were on the like they came, and they would have been pretty, but I just wanted to do something really different with it. And I can't decide, but I'm kind of not really liking the hanger bell. I think I may take him off. Sorry guys, this is how I work. I gotta try. Sometimes it's trial and error. You just have to try things, see how it's gonna go. I'm not crazy about that. I'm gonna remove it. I posted a necklace in my Facebook group and asked for opinions. It was one I made using Sam's bead box, and I just couldn't decide if I liked it or not, and I didn't know if I wanted to upload a tutorial for it or not. So I got really mixed reviews or results, but I am going to upload the tutorial just because, I mean, some people may like it, even if everybody doesn't. I get that. But I think the thing I don't like about it is the second strand on it, and I'm going to take that off, and then I think I will like it better. That I do like better. Okay, scratch the hanger bell. It didn't work out. Sorry, hanger bell. Just wasn't what I wanted. All right. And sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to try. Just try it, see how it looks. If you don't like it, take it off. It's no big deal to remove something. I do like that better, I think. Now, one thing I'm having an issue with, though, is this needs to turn this way. Why is it wanting to hang the other way? I may just need to twist it a little here like this. We'll see when we get it strung up how it goes, but that helped, I think. Okay. Now I'm going to do one of these bigger beads. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to do a spacer. And a rondelle on each one. And I probably will not bead all the way up this. I probably will just bead a little ways and then finish it. That's the nice thing about this Coriana chain. It's really pretty and you can do that. Now, if you notice, this is kind of hanging sideways. I'm going to take it and grab it right here with my pliers. And with my other plier, or my hand even, I'm just going to twist this, okay? And that hopefully helps it hang straighter. And if I need to do it again, I can. I don't know why it's just kind of wanting to go a little sideways there. And I'll keep doing that until I get it right. It's not the jump ring. I thought maybe it was the jump ring, but it's not. It's the whole thing is just hanging sideways a little bit. See what I mean? And what I'm going to have to do, I think, is grab a hold of this and take the plier and twist this to where they kind of go opposite each other, and that might help. That did help. That really helped. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you just have to play around with it. Okay, so I've got my rondelles on. I'm going to go with these bigger pieces right here, these bigger stones. Just like that. And again, I'm just making it kind of graduated like it is graduated on here. I'm really not sure though. I'm kind of not really liking. That's going to hang right now, but I'm kind of not really liking these on here. What do you guys think? I don't know. I kind of almost just like it plain. I feel like it needs something else, just not a lot of something else. So let's see here. Maybe, we don't have any plain silver beads except for these this month. I don't know why I'm not really liking it. I don't really care for that either. Okay, I did not anticipate this little snafu. This happens sometimes though. Let me put this one on and see what it looks like. I think I had that before and I didn't really care for it either, but I kind of like it better now. Let's see. It really doesn't need a whole lot, that's the thing. Yeah, and putting it on this is just making it look weird. All right, so maybe I should try a different chain. I wonder if that would be an answer to this little question that I've got, because I like the pendant piece. I really do like the pendant piece, but I'm just not sure. It needs something else, but it doesn't need too much else, if that makes sense. I maybe even could do it this way. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm wanting to do it this way and hang it on the chain. I don't know what I'm wanting to do, to be honest with you. Let me grab some chain. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so here's what I came up with. And I know that some of you are not going to like this, and I'm probably going to get some flack for it, but I like asymmetrical, okay? So I really think this looks good. I like this piece in here. This hanging from it and then pulling the bicones in. I know we haven't used the bicones down here anywhere, and I actually thought of hanging one from the bottom, but it doesn't look, it looks okay. Not really that great though. But I like this. I know it's weird. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut my Coriana chain in half here. And all I've done is pulled in the bicones and this piece. Okay, everything else pretty much stays the same. We're still going to use the clamshells and the crimp beads. So put your clamshell on, just like this. Put your crimp bead on there and just mash it down really good. You don't even have to use your crimping pliers. Its only purpose is to hold your clamshell on. Okay, so just take your crimp bead, smash it down really good, and then cover it with your crimp bead or your clamshell connector. Okay, just close that up really good. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to hook this right on here, and we're going to do the same thing with the other one right on there. And I know everybody is not going to like this style. I get a lot of, when I do asymmetrical stuff, people just can't hardly stand it. I like it. I think it's really different, and I don't know, gives a lot of interest to a project, but I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. So I'm just doing some different designing on this one. Okay, now I'm going to take my little oval jump rings, and I'm going to connect these on. And we'll see how it looks in the end, but I just didn't like the way that I had it. I don't know, it needed help, and that's how my design process works. Sometimes it doesn't, or lots of times actually, it does not come out looking just like I want it to, or like I think it's going to, and so I have to revamp, or goodness knows I've taken a lot of things apart. So, but I think it's good for everybody to see. You know, everybody struggles with it sometimes, and sometimes you just got to do what you got to do and take it apart, redo it, whatever. Now we're going to hang this one right on that middle. Okay. There we go. All right, so there's what we have. Now I'm going to put my little beads on, and we'll see how it looks. So I'm just going to do a couple at a time on each side. This one I know I want to have 3 or 4 probably. Okay, and this guy we're just going to do a couple over here. I am so really weird about like things looking too cluttered, or I don't know, I'm just really strange about that. I don't like things to be too much, too messy, too busy, I guess is a good word for it. So I have a necklace, like I think I was saying in this video. I filmed so many, I can't remember. But I think I was saying in this video that one from Sam's Bead Box that I was questioning. I actually think that it just ended up too busy with the extra strand, and I'm probably going to take it apart. And my phone is like slipping right down. I'm so sorry. I have to keep tape on this. It's a real professional rig, let me tell you, but it moves if I don't keep tape on this phone. Okay, so here's what we have. And I think I'm going to add a couple more here. So, one more on this side. Maybe one more over here. And one more over here. Okay. Yeah, you know, I really think I like that better than anything else I've done with this piece for some reason. I know it's odd. It really is, but I like it. So I think I'm going to stick with it. I don't know if it needs more bicones on here or not. Does that one need one more? Or 2 more? not really. No, it's got it. The asymmetrical look is good for this. So I don't even know if that side might need. No, I think they're pretty good just like they are. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up and see how it fits me. And it's pretty good. My chains are not even, so I do need to fix that. So I'm just going to lay them up here side by side, because this one obviously is going to be longer than that one because of the way that that piece is. And I'm just going to trim so that they're even. Okay. And then you're going to need 2 more clamshell connectors and 2 more crimp beads. And I'm sorry, I should have realized that ahead of time, but we changed things up a little bit, so I'm going to have to pull a couple more out. So there's the crimp beads. Let me get my clamshell connectors. They're in a little container up here. And I think this necklace is going to be okay. I wasn't sure. I thought, oh, I'm going to have to take this whole thing apart, but I think it's going to be all right. Okay, so let's put our clamshell on. And our crimp bead on top of that. And just smash your crimp bead down real good. Just like that. So I wanted to mention, I'll do it while I'm doing this. I had said on one of my videos that we may be moving, and everybody like was freaking out. You're moving again? And I know I don't really want to, but we may be moving to Florida. Chris's whole family is there, and my whole family is in West Virginia, but honestly, the 6.5-hour drive from here to West Virginia is so terrible. And I think that if we lived in Florida, I would fly home more often than I drive home. So we may be doing that. I don't know. We don't know yet. Chris's parents just moved, and right now we've got to get them settled, and we're dealing with all of their stuff. So we got to get that taken care of before we even make that decision. But it is a possibility, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm just going to hook the toggle on. So I'm just going to put the ring on one and the bar on the other. And you know what? I'm not liking this toggle either now that I've changed that necklace up. It's probably okay. It's just a slightly different shade than that blue. I may change it later, but for now, so I don't frustrate you guys even more, because I know you're probably frustrated. I'm sorry though, that's just the way it goes sometimes with designing. Alright, so there's our toggle. So let me put this over on a form so you can actually see how it really looks hanging, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here it is finished, and it's different. It's kind of eclectic, and I can't decide if I like it or not. I'm not really sure, but anyway, there it is. Yeah, so if you guys like it, let me know. Let me know if you don't. I'm kind of interested to see what everybody thinks, and I won't be offended if you don't like it, because I can't decide if I even like it. But anyway, you did get to see a little of the design process in this one and how it works, and so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will link the bargain bead box in the description box below this video, and you can check it out. I have a bunch of unboxings, a whole playlist. I've been unboxing for them for years, so you guys can check that out and see if you're interested in it. If you are, I have a coupon code for $2 off your first box. All right, I'll put all that in the description box below, and you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.